Hey guys, welcome to another market forecast with me, Mahlodi Banda. I first want to apologize, guys, because I have not posted any vlogs in a very long time, and I know that you guys kind of enjoy my vlogs more. Like, you guys actually come back for the weekly Forex vlogs, but I'm having technical issues. I don't know what my video editing software is doing alongside YouTube, because when I finally finish editing the video, I export it, and then when I'm uploading it on YouTube, it takes really, really long to upload. It takes really, really long to upload. These are the easiest kind of videos for me to upload. They take about 2 hours for me to upload versus a vlog that usually takes me a full day. My previous video, the let me show you guys the video. It took me a whole day to upload that video. It literally took me a whole day to upload that video, and it required like multiple times. This one where I talk about how to overcome a bad trading day. So yeah, cool. Just let me know if you guys want me to start doing advanced self reviews too. I'll do that. But for now, I just want us to do these market forecasts so that we can be consistent in uploading those. Cool. So I have removed a couple of like lines and stuff like that because they were disrespected by the market. Now looking at GU on the daily chart. Okay. Now I want to first look at levels, right? Candlestick patterns. Okay. And the levels where they closed and opened, areas that were disrespected by the market and stuff like that by price. Now, the first thing that we see is this area over here. So with this area over here, the fact that this candlestick, this big engulfing candlestick, Monday's candlestick, closed above this area over here, kind of indicated to me that long term the market is still going up. But then you know how market always wants to go down and retest and stuff like that. So I believe that this is the retest, and the retest has to come to this red line over here and eventually go up from there. Okay. But also just keep in mind that the market is always right. The market is perfect. Okay, the market is not perfect, but the market is always right. So it could just come down to break this retest and go down from there. Okay, market may go up, the market moves up and moves down and sideways. Okay, or the sideways could be like this. But with these sideways, they may take longer because then they would usually move sideways in a corrective manner. Like, okay, that is very, very weird. Um, More like that. Yeah, you guys get what I mean, right? Cool. Now we go down to the 4 hour, and to the 4 hour, I try and look at structure. Okay. I look at structure, I look at what the market is doing and stuff like that. Okay. Now I'm going to delete this. And I have this because if you look at the trade recap, right, I did mention that part of my mistake on this past Monday, right, and this past weekend when I was doing my analysis is because I did not acknowledge the diagonal price action, right? The channel. And I did mention like that I really don't like trading with channels, guys. Personally, like I don't like trading with channels. I believe that like zones, I believe that like horizontal zones are more than enough for me to be able to read price when I mix that with candlesticks. But market always humbles me. Cool. So looking at the 4 hour chart, okay, looking at this piece of price action over here. these candlesticks over here. How this candlestick closed? This one, right? The final candlestick indicates to me that there was some sort of like indecision, but the sellers won the battle. Now, since the sellers won the battle, me personally, my plan for this coming week is going to be this. Okay. Now, because market creates like fake outs, right? I will then go to the 1 hour and 15 minutes to find my perfect stop loss area. Lately, like I have been getting stopped out. Excuse me, guys. It's 4:15 a.m. I just woke up. But lately I have been getting stopped out a lot. Okay. But let's do this area over here. This area over here for a stop loss area. Okay, but it's not like a stop loss area, but this is an area where if market breaks this red area, this red line, and then it closes below this black area, then I'll know that the market is going down. Okay, that's not like, so it's like my overall stop loss, and then that would be my overall take profit. But I do believe in my heart and in my soul that long term market will break out of it. Long term, especially with what's happening in the US right now. Trump is doing the most. Okay, Trump is doing the most. We have that area over there, right? The black. Another interesting area is this area over here. And why is that area interesting? Because it is also this area over here. Um, I traded this area, this. I traded that, and as you can see over here, it's an area where market constantly likes to bounce off, right? One, two, kind of would be dumb of me to not acknowledge that area. Okay, so I want to acknowledge that area like that, and then another one of those areas. Let's do this area over here. Now, this area over here, it's going to be my stop loss. So I'm gonna be attentive and see if market closes below that area over there. If it does, then then I know that okay, we like I'm looking for sales. I'm looking to see if it was really a fake out or if we really are looking for sales. Okay, but mostly I will start then looking for sales. But then if market closes below this, then I know that I'm looking for sales for real, for real. Guys, I'm sorry if you're hearing sounds. I'm just really, really tired. This is like um a real thing for me. I wake up at 4 a.m., get work done, I yawn a bit here and there. Cool. Now, going into tomorrow's news, next week's news, okay? I realized last week I did not show you guys this, okay? Cool. Going into next week's news, on Monday we don't have anything. It is Japan's coming of age, Adults Day. It's a holiday. And then Tuesday, we've got a lot of CPI. We've got a lot of CPIs at 15:30 p.m. South African time, at 5 p.m. Okay, so this is 3:30 p.m. South African time. We will have CPI for the month and for the year, and then we've got core CPI for the month too. So I believe these are gonna make the market like really, really volatile. As well as this, it's gonna make the market really, really volatile because it's like new home sales. This talks about like homes that are being built in the US, and as you guys know, homes really, really do affect the economy. Cool. And then on a Wednesday, which will be on the 14th of Jan, my bad. We've got PPI for the month. We've got retail sales for the month, core retail sales for the month. All of these are at 3:30 p.m. South African time. And then at 5 p.m. South African time, existing home sales for the past month. So looking at those numbers, crude oil inventories, my bad, inventories. Now, if you trade crude oil, like I have been practicing to trade uh, a couple of other things. Okay, we've got gold, we've got Bitcoin over there. Okay, not crude oil, but if you somebody who trades crude oil, then you need to be on a lookout for that. And then on Thursday, which will be the 15th of Jan, starting off really strong at 9 a.m. South African time with GDP news for the month of November, for the pound. And then I feel like that will kind of bring in a little bit of volatility into GBPUSD. But then at 3:30, we've got Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index for the month of Jan, and then we've got initial jobless claims. These, I believe, will bring some kind of volatility into the market. But then we also have an S&P Global Manufacturing PMI. This too, I believe, will bring a lot of volatility in the market, especially with all of the US markets. And then on Friday the 16th, we've got German CPI at 9 a.m. South African time. I believe that this will also bring in volatility into the GBP USD market. Now, going back to that, okay, now knowing those, right? Knowing the times that those news would happen, right? Me, they kind of, how I use news is that every time, like, I just use technical analysis. That's why last week I didn't really acknowledge the news, because I believe that if your technical analysis is correct, news will just give volatility into the direction that uh, in which your technical analysis says the market is going to move into. So that's literally why I did not acknowledge the news last week. And how I use those is that I look at the time, right? Like, for instance, at 15:30, right, at 3 p.m. South African time, there will be US news on Tuesday. So I tend to look at which area is the market at, or trying to bounce off, and then I then speculate. I don't like to speculate, but I then speculate which area is it most likely to take out. Because as you guys know, if there's a lot of volatility in the market, then the market will move more pips than usual in that session. So literally, yeah, that's just how I use those. Thank you guys so much for watching this. My name is Mahlodi Banda, and I'm a consistently profitable forex trader. Happy peep season, guys. Ciao.